What's up? Welcome to the Stat Guy Show, episode number 27. Joining me tonight is MPK Futures driver Nate Sayler. How you doing, sir?
Good, sir. How are you?
I'm good, man. What's up? What's going on tonight? What do you got? What do you got there? Is that your car? Your nice, beautiful car that I see online? Is that the car in the background there?
Yep. She's pampered. she's in a heated garage till she goes out and gets abused.
That's probably as nice as it's going to look for all summer, huh? All summer and fall.
I don't know, man. I have serious OCD. Like I wipe the thing down between rounds in the staging lanes, you name it. You'll see me do that, I'm sure.
Nice, man. Hell yeah. Hey, before we get into all the good, juicy No Prep King stuff tonight, I wanted to kind of talk about you and how you got, for those that don't know, how you got involved in racing before Street Outlaws. What were you doing before that?
You know, my dad and I built a little streetcar. I'm from a small town in Montana, and we built a little streetcar and went to Lewistown every weekend. We would play in a band on Friday and Saturday night. I mean, I was a freshman in high school, and then Sunday we would go to Lewistown and drag race all day and come back and do it all again the next weekend. So I actually started sportsman racing a long, long time ago when I was 15.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you've been racing for a long time then.
Yep.
Was your dad a racer too? Is that how you kind of got involved?
You know, my dad was into roundy round cars in Great Falls, Montana. And when he had kids and stuff, you know, you got to give that up. And so when I was in high school, we built this little Dodge Dart together and took it out racing and stuff like that. So that's how we actually did it. It was me and my dad. And we, you know, of course, we had a little teeny engine in it. And I think the first pass I ever went down the track was like a 14-second pass in the quarter mile.
Nice.
Not much has changed. I mean, we're
no, same time. Yeah. So how did you get the call to do No Prep Kings Futures class last year? How did that come about?
You know, we didn't actually get a call or anything. Some friends of mine race in No Prep Kings, and you know, I've been watching Street Outlaws since it came out, and we really liked like the format and how it was set up, and you know, I wanted to see if we could hang with them, and it takes a car of this caliber to go do that stuff, and so it took me a hot second to get to the point where I could actually come out and bring something out that's competitive. And then futures is where it starts. So we start in futures. We did futures last year. And then now hopefully this year, with the new changes and stuff like that we get an opportunity to move up. But no matter what, we're going to put in our time, do what we have to do to make this work and chase this and see what we can do.
Yeah, for sure, man. And how'd your first season go in the future class? How many races did you make? How'd you do? Did you win any events?
Yeah, so we only made 2. The car wasn't done. As you know, after COVID and everything like that, like you can barely get parts for anything. And I wanted to build a new car to fit 36s, which we don't get to use anymore, but it will if we ever get to. But I wanted to build a new car that was purpose built just for this. And so we took our time. I got with Larry Jeffers. He built this car. He built my last car for me. And we went through the stages and I got with Proline. They have a badass operation, and just told them what I wanted to do. And I didn't want to go to a gunfight with a knife. So it took us a little longer. I think our first race was Ohio at Summit Motorsports Park. Obviously scared out of my mind. I have never, you know, I run top dragster and stuff like that, but never in a door car to run those kind of speeds. And we did good in Ohio. We won futures that weekend. And the car was on rails. Like it was quick.
Yeah.
So,
and then, who did you end up racing that night, if you remember?
So we raced, I think we raced Manny Alvarez for the final. And then we raced Twisted Metal Camaro, I think first round. I don't remember the other cars, to be quite honest with you. But we did that. I think we were in the finals with Manny. We raced the Game Changer, Stephen Brindle's car.
Okay.
And and then we won that one. Then we went to, I wanted to go to North Carolina, but then I ended up getting COVID, and
Oh man.
you know, I got a lot of friends over there that have not gotten that and stuff like that. So I didn't want to be irresponsible and show up with it. And so we stayed home for that. And then we ended up going to Alabama. And it was kind of good though, because during that time, you know, everybody was putting out stuff on the internet. And so we set up our deal with a grudge race with one of the invitational drivers in Alabama. And we did real well there too. We won Alabama and the grudge race. So that was super fun.
Nice.
Yep.
Who did you grudge race that night?
Jim Howe.
Oh,
Yeah,
took it to Jim Howe, huh?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. He put a deal on the internet that said, you know, nobody will accept a call out from him, and obviously he was talking about invitational guys, and we wanted to make it worth his while, so we put up enough money that it would be worthwhile to take it from me, so that he would race me, because we wanted to see, you know, if we were even fast enough to do this, and we ended up beating him, and then we went. There was quite a few cars in Alabama in future, so we went quite a few rounds.
Yeah, cool. And yeah, so all those two races, it sounded like you raced, minus the grudge race, it sounded like you raced like the top guys in the futures for the season, you know, with Steven and Manny and stuff like that.
Yep.
And Greg. So, in your opinion, how tough was that future class like last year? That most people didn't really get to see it all on TV.
Mm-hmm. You know, there's some fast future cars. I think people would be surprised to see how fast they are if they could see them on there. There's some fast cars and there's some good drivers. It's going to be really interesting to see with the new format what that brings to the future guys. They're you know, waiting to see if they can roll the dice with the big boys. But there's some fast cars, and there's some fast cars coming. Like Paige is coming with her new car. The one that Cameron just built, that Proline powered blue Camaro, that's a really pretty car, and I know that's set up real well. He's got a good program on that. So yeah, we're Kyle Canyon. His car hauls the mail. He's a Proline car. So yeah, there's a lot of fast cars in futures.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's good for the future of No Prep Kings, definitely. So let's talk about that car behind you, man. What is it? What kind of combination you got? To talk about your car.
Yeah, so it's a 67 Camaro or 67 Nova SS. We wanted something that would fit a 36-inch tire but set on the ground. And Larry assured me he could do that. And so that's what we did. I didn't want to build a Camaro because there was just too many of them out there. I wanted to build something else. And you know, there's still a lot of Chevy too. So unfortunately I didn't hit that nail on the head, but we think we got a good looking little car. We got a Proline Hemi in it, M&M transmission. We bought the right parts. Like Proline tells you to do this or that, and we did it. And it performs. It shows it. It's we got a lot of good guys behind us. Pro Charger. It's a Pro Charge setup, so Pro Chargers helped us out. Mark Mickey with M&M transmissions, and Eric Dillard. And obviously Larry Jeffers. This car hauls the mail, and it goes fast. Straight. We haven't had any issues with it yet, so we're hoping with the new 34.5s on it, she'll just keep performing like she has been. So
yeah, let's talk about that. So you actually were running 36s last year.
Yep.
Have you run on a 34.5 before?
Not on this car.
Okay.
No.
Was that, besides that rule, was there any other rules that changed from last year to this year that affected you at all with your setup?
Honestly, I think it kind of benefited me. The tire part, you know, was a hit, but now they had a new rule that you know, I think it was pre 73, you got an extra 25-pound weight break. So and we didn't use the big blower last year. Like there was a 144 available. We had it, but we didn't use it. So we raced with the 140, which is what the rules state this year. And the only change we're going to have to make with the car is I get to drop a bunch of weight because we ran the car heavy last year, and I have to put 34.5s on it, which we're confident with it. Like we're going to go, I'll be in Georgia next week testing and stuff. So we'll get this car dialed in with the current rules and take the weight out of her. She's going to be a rocket.
Will that be your major testing going forward here before the season starts, or will you try to test again? Is there any tracks around Montana that you can race that you can go testing at?
Not that I'd trust a car like this at. I mean, our track here is great and everything, but our prep track is not like when we raced in Alabama. That's the fastest track I've ever raced at. It was like a prepped track after 15, 20 cars went down it. I don't think I'll test out here. The elevation out here kills us too. And this isn't where we're going to be racing at for the majority. Like when we go to Boise and Denver, we'll have a slight advantage just because we're used to this kind of altitude.
Right.
And altitude is a horsepower killer. So we're trying to figure that out and figure out the setup on the cars so that we can come out here and actually do good. If you notice, a lot of Pro Charger cars don't do good in Denver. It's a power killer.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, Richard Rowe? Richard Rowe says, "What's up?"
What up, dude?
David Comstock would like to know how fast your car is.
Fast enough to go rounds, buddy.
Shit. Well, let's talk about the upcoming season a little bit, Nate. Let's get into it. So obviously the big talk for the last few days now has been the new No Prep Kings format. And what are your thoughts about it? How does it affect you, man, being a futures guy and moving forward to this season? How's it going to affect you think?
I think it'll be good for us because I think this is going to be a performance-based deal. I think that it's going to be based off of, look at the format. It's going to be a team together, a team atmosphere. So the faster we go as a team and the more points you accumulate is going to get you the championship. And so I think we have an operation that will run with most of the people in NPK, and we want a chance to prove that. And that's what we're out here to do. So I'm hoping with this program that it allows us in. But we don't know that yet. We won't know that till we're standing there in Ohio. So,
yeah, that's very interesting, right? I mean, that was one of my first thoughts when I heard about the draft recently and the cars and how many cars. It's like, are the future guys going to be open? Are they going to be allowed in the draft? Or only some of them? So it's that's very interesting for you guys, for you future guys, and I'm sure you guys have you've probably had a whirlwind recently because it wasn't that long ago that you guys were advertising for Team Cali, and you're going to be on Team Cali this year. You guys had about 35 cars going to the No Prep Kings next year. So how is the new format going to affect that now? What does that mean for Team Cali?
I don't know that there is a Team Cali. I don't know if there's any team, to be honest with you. I think what's going to happen is these captains are going to be tasked with the job to create the fastest 5 dudes that they can create in the order they can create them. And I think it's going to be cool for everybody. I think it's going to be cool to see some of the 405 guys working with NOLA guys. And so I think it's going to be great. I think everybody's going to get a new format to come out and play ball. And I think you're going to see a lot of new friendships grow. You're going to see a lot of programs like cooking, because I think a lot of these guys know what they're doing. So
yeah, I agree, man. It's going to be great. And I brought up Team Cali because was it Bodie? Did Bodie reach out to you and ask you to join? How do you know Bodie? How does that relationship go?
Yeah, so I've known Bodie. We used to race SCSN together. So I had a 71 Barracuda Pro Mod car that we raced in Vegas, and so we raced there, and so that's how I met Bodie. But this whole deal came along. They actually called me one night and just asked, if I would be interested in coming along. They wanted to build their team, and I'm on the West Coast, they're on the West Coast, and so they asked me, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity to be able to get into the Invitational and race some Invitational guys, and also build their team, which is what we wanted to do. So
right. And Bodie's obviously one of the team captains. What are your thoughts about like the mentality of a team captain in this year? I mean, do you think most of the team captains are going to lean towards drafting their guys, like the guys they know, their guys, their actual teammates, or do you think it's going to be they're going to draft legit like they want to win, they're going to draft the guys with the best programs who have the fastest cars?
I think that these guys are very, very smart. And I think that they're going to, I mean, you can't win a championship by yourself. It takes the whole team now. So I think these guys are very smart and they're going to pick a team that can chop heads off. I mean, plain and simple. I don't think the buddy deals are going to happen anymore because, to my understanding of it is, you know, after 3 races, they get to swap. The captain gets to pick if they keep you or don't.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really curious to see how that goes. It's either produce or don't. You know.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I know, man. It's gonna be great for TV. I know that.
Yeah, exactly. And like Dave just said, it's $250,000. I mean, we're not talking chump change here. That's a big deal, and it's going to take a team working together to get that number. And I think these guys are very smart, and I think it's going to happen. So
yeah, I agree, man. It's going to be cool. So you being in Montana now, we've seen the schedule. We've seen 12 of the 14 races released so far. Have you traveled this year for No Prep Kings? Will this be the most traveling you've ever done in a season since you started racing?
This will be the most travel I've ever done in my life. This is no joke. I've seen more states and been in more states than I've ever seen in my entire life. And I like to think I used to travel a lot. I did not. This is going to be crazy. It's like I said, we're 28 hours just to Pro Line, which is where I'll keep most of my stuff. We're not going to bring it home to Montana. It just doesn't calculate that way. So we're going to bring it over there. I've hired a driver. My buddy Sean's going to help me out with driving it and help us get to the track. It's the only way that I can still run my businesses here and still be able to go chase this. And we want to give it 100% when we chase this. I'm not going to do it half-assed. Like if we commit, we're committing.
Right. Yeah, I was going to ask you, Nate. What do you do for a living that will allow you to take off and do this much racing this whole summer and fall?
You know, I'm pretty fortunate. I own a wholesale car business here, so we wholesale cars to dealerships. So like the used car lots here and stuff like that, we sell them their cars. We import a bunch from Canada. So that's the majority of our business. Then we have a small performance shop here. I got a really good crew. If I didn't have the crew to be able to leave town and let these guys do their thing, I wouldn't be able to afford to do this or be able to leave a business. I wouldn't have anything to come back to. So I got a really good group of people behind me that allow me to do this.
Yeah, man, that's really important to have that for sure.
Richard says I'm a male stripper. I think that's as far from the truth as it gets, buddy. I'd have to pay them, I think.
Now, Nate, if you do indeed get into the Invitational, or even if you don't at first, or then eventually get, what's your goals for this season?
You know, just like everybody, we want to climb up that ladder. We want to be able to race these racers that I've been watching on TV and coming and watching race. And we want to be able to do something with them. And I'm hoping that with the right teammates, if we get in there, that we're going to kick some ass. I mean, that's the name of the game. So
nice.
And we're willing to do whatever. I mean, I'll drive 20. I'll drive. We'll switch drivers back and forth in the motorhome to get where we need to go if that's what it takes.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I mean, clearly you have the dedication needed, and just seeing you on social media and talking to other people about you. I think you definitely have the personality. When you first came to No Prep Kings last year, did you have any conversation with Sam at all?
I've never met him.
Okay.
Nope, never met him. I met Jen. I think Jen's really the only one I met out of the crew. I haven't met anybody. We kind of put our head down and we didn't want to get into the whole being arrogant and stuff like that. Like I wanted to come out here and prove that we have a spot here, that we're fast enough to be here and that we can hang with these guys. And I think we've proved that. This old girl behind me, she runs good, and we intend on showing people that.
Yeah,
And she's got a really good ass end, which I'm hoping a lot of people will be able to see.
you've definitely proven that for sure. So you didn't lose a race last year, huh? When you went to the No Prep Kings events?
Yeah, not one. We went to two. We went to two races, and we not one grudge race, not one race did we lose.
That's, oh yeah, there's a good stat that you told me earlier.
Yeah, so write that down so we can keep track of
that. Right. Definitely will. I definitely will. So Nate, if you want, what we're gonna do right now is we'll take some questions.
Yeah, for sure.
From people. I just see Dave's in the chat a lot here tonight. Same with Richard. If anybody's got any questions, put in the chat box. Nate will look out for the questions. I'm going to run a quick video here.
Are you looking for a quick access firearm storage system that has a variety of access control levels based on your needs? Well, head on over to doorgunnerusa.com, a family-owned business who makes their products 100% right here in the USA. CajunHeritage.com is the place to go for authentic Cajun flavor. Rouge seasonings provide a high-quality, pure, and affordable option when you're looking for that South Louisiana taste. For any and all No Prep Racing news, not just Street Outlaws, go to noprep.com or the No Prep Racing page on Facebook. This is the #1 source for all things No Prep, so be sure to check it out.
Nate, are there some sponsors that you would, or partners that you would like to shout out right now?
Yeah, so Proline Racing, obviously, #1. Those guys, if without them, I would be lost. I mean, they literally, Dillard, those guys over there set me up with the right combination, and that's what allows me to be able to even come out here and do this. Larry Jeffers Race Cars, he literally has built me 2 badass hot rods, and they have proved themselves. He is a very good builder, and he's very good to get along with. He's awesome. Mark Mickey at M&M, that guy has helped me out a ton, telling me what stators I need to do, what I need to do here and there, and definitely helped us out there. Obviously, Fuel Tech, they've helped us out a lot this year. I don't know. There's nothing else I would use in this car than what we have. And so we've had some really good people to help us out this year. Chris Bell over at Kinetic, Mars Billings. Without all these guys, we couldn't make this happen. So I appreciate all of their help. And then honestly, one of the biggest sponsor I have is Mike and Carrie Devore. These guys have had my back since the start. Mike comes with me to every race. He's a buddy of mine. He comes with me to every race, helps me drive the rig. They own Essence here in town, and they are badass friends. So
nice. Sounds like you got a lot of great partnerships there.
Yes, for sure.
I've seen a couple questions here. Jerry Jansen wants to know how tall you are.
Tall enough to get in this car. I can ride the ride. I meet the mark.
Did I hear it? Is Jerry racing this year?
I think so, yeah. I think he's gonna put the 55 out, so.
Nice. Hell yeah. Christian Devore wants to know one person you want to race that you have not raced yet.
Obviously, I want to race the big dog. I want to race who's at top. So whoever that is at the time, like, I mean, these guys, I look up to every one of them. So I want to race every one of them. I don't have one that I like. If I were to call one out, like there isn't one. I want to race everyone.
Right now, Nate, you've been there for 2 races, and you've got to see some other programs and how they go and stuff like that. Is there is there some programs you want to model yours after? Someone that's successful, you're like, whatever that guy's doing, he's doing it the right way, and I want to make my program like that.
Oh, for sure, man. I want a hobby. I mean, 100%. If I could clone him and pay Ryan to rent him out, I would do it in a heartbeat. Ryan Martin's program is top notch, obviously. Dave's, he's always brings a good crew. Jeff Lutz, all these guys really got their shit together. I mean, that's how you do this. That's how they've been doing this for so many years, is they know what they're doing. And so I hate to say this, but we literally mimic, we're trying to mimic what they're doing just so that we can, come and not make an ass of myself and and hopefully end up at the top with them as well.
Yeah, for sure. Richard Harper wants to know, are you running the new Proline MA7 or the MA6?
We have a 7. Yep, the latest, greatest.
You got the best of the best, man.
Well, I mean, that's what it's going to take to win. That and good teammates that got your back and stuff like that. And that's what we're hoping to be. I hope that I can be that good teammate to somebody else. So that's what we're trying to do. Scott, what's your car's name? We don't have a name for the car yet. To be honest with you, I had the car named Side Piece 2 because my Pro Mod was named Side Piece. And then Swanstrom put out his Side Piece. And so I haven't named her.
Well, Nate, what do you do? What do you do when you're not racing or not working, or what do you like to do for fun?
Well, my parents grew up pistol shooting, so we like to shoot guns. I have a lot of guns. My mom was the #1 woman in the world for a pistol shooter, so I have a lot of her old. Yeah, I have a lot of her old competition guns and stuff like that. Cool. So I like that. I actually came from the boating business before I started wholesaling cars. So I used to like to boat a lot. I have a 5-year-old. Well, she'll be 5 on Sunday, and so she'll be racing a junior. So if I'm not racing, I will be helping her do it. And my whole family races. Like, we're a racing family. My dad, my sister, my niece, my brother. Literally, like, when we go to the track, I think we got 10 pit spots around us. We all race. So that's what I enjoy doing. We've been doing this for a long time. I've been racing since I was 15. I'll be 46 this year.
Nice, man. Yeah, could tell it's in your blood.
Yeah, we love it. We're passionate about it, and that's why we wanted to do this. So hopefully we land on a good team, and if that's possible, and we'll show we belong. So
nice. Dave wants to know how much it costs for commercials. Dave, you can't afford it. How's that sound? Nate, so your social media. I follow you on Facebook. I don't know if you have, and I think you have Instagram too, but
yep.
Are you attacking the social media part? Because everybody knows that, it's be on the show and to get noticed and stuff like that. You got to be fast, you got a personality, and then you got to be present, man. You got to be out there. Everybody's got to see you. So what is your social media plans moving forward?
Yep. So I have hired a media gal, Jax. She's my new media gal. She is trying to keep me on the straight and narrow. I'll be honest, man, I'm not really good at tooting my own horn. And so I've hired her to help direct me where we're supposed to go and get followers and all that stuff, which is something I'm definitely going to have to work on. So she's here to help me do that. And I got a really good crew behind us, These guys are really, I'm the only one over here doing this in my area. And so they all want us to succeed almost as bad as I do. So
yeah, that's awesome. Sean Sladek wants to know what your favorite fast food restaurant is.
That's because he was just here dropping off my new trailer, and that's all we ate was fast food. I got to tell you, I think it'd probably be In-N-Out Burger.
Nice.
Yeah, anytime I go to Vegas, it's In-N-Out. I don't care what's going on. We have to hit In-N-Out at least once.
I had tried my first one a couple years ago because we don't have that up here in Wisconsin, but I went to Texas. I lived in Texas for a little bit, and I had an In-N-Out burger. It was pretty good.
Oh, man, it's good. And then the secret menu, I didn't know anything about that until much later in life. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, Freddy's is good. Sean's saying Freddy's is good. Their steak burger is good. We try to go, when we go over there, like, we try to go to things that we don't have here, like Chick-fil-A. And now they have a Chick-fil-A here, so I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to go when I go over East Coast. Anybody's got any suggestions, DM me. I'd like to hear them.
Right. I'm the same way. I like to try new food places, and I'm always looking forward to food at the track. And I went to a race last year. I won't say which one, but it was terrible food. But what are some good tracks that have good food?
I gotta be honest, man. When I'm at the track, I don't eat a lot. It's probably why I get skinnier during the summer and then I puff up during the winter. Um, we kind of cook at the motorhome.
Okay.
You know, I bring my sister with me to every race, and she straps me in the car every time. And I have never raced a car without her there helping me ever.
Oh, wow. That's cool, man. That's really cool.
And so she kind of keeps me. She's like, "Oh, you need to slow down and eat something." And so I do what I'm told.
Yeah,
This year we actually, man, I'm telling you, this year we're stepping it up. I got a merch tent. Michelle, my assistant here at my office, she's coming with us, and she'll be selling T-shirts and stuff like that, and directing people to the website. And I got a good group of guys that are coming to help us race. So yeah, we're really trying, and we're gonna prove to you guys that we belong here. So,
dude, it's so good, man. You are definitely 100% going all in, man. That's what you need to do. You're doing it the right way. Can people buy merchandise right now if they want?
Yeah, so it's on our website, NateSaylerRacing.com. Or you can get a hold of us on the Nate Sayler Racing page on Facebook, and Michelle will get the stuff all done. I help her box it all out and stuff, so we get it out right away. We're going to be doing a bunch of giveaways here soon. We want to give away a bunch of free merch, so be on the lookout for that. We're going to give a bunch of stuff. In fact, if you send me your information, we'll send you over a hoodie and a T-shirt or something.
Nice, man. Yeah, dude, Nate, reach out next time you're doing. I saw one of your giveaways, man, and I'll help you with that, man. We'll get more people going on it. Definitely want to help you get your social media up and going.
Yeah, and I honestly, like, I want to give stuff away. For me, I think it means more to me than somebody buying the shirt than I can go to a racetrack and see somebody wearing it.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
For me, that means way more. So, like, we want to give some shit away. So,
hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Well, Nate, first off, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I've been looking forward to this. I know I wanted to do it. I'll tell you, I wanted to do it for a while now. And I was making a joke with Melissa. I was like, you know, if you'd stop having Nate on your show every damn week, I'd have a chance to have him on my show. So I was like,
oh, man.
I'll wait a few weeks, then I'll get Nate on.
Did you see that show? Did you see that show when we were in Georgia that she did? And there was a drive-by shooting right behind us.
I did see that. Yep.
It was crazy. This is my daughter. This is Hayden.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi. She's gonna be running a junior dragster this year, so
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you root for your daddy every week when he's racing? Yeah. All right.
He's gonna win. Yeah. See, with a support system like that, how do you not go far, huh?
Hey, man, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
You know, I feel super stupid right now. Eric just posted Lee White's a badass tuner. I got to tell you, Lee has tuned both my cars, my last car and this car, and he is a very badass tuner. He knows his shit. It's honestly what's allowed us to be able to go fast. I mean, we took a brand spanking new car from Larry Jeffers and took it to Darlington to race with Pro Mods. And we put 3 passes on it and literally went straight out and won a race.
Wow.
So very badass tuner.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. You are set up. You are set up to make things happen this year for sure, man. So I'm definitely gonna be rooting for you, Nate.
Thanks, brother.
Hopefully you get in the show. Hopefully you get drafted right away. So again, thank you for coming on. I will see you in Ohio at the first race, man.
Sounds good. Come over and say hey.
All right, will do, man. Thank you.
All right, guys. See you.
Bye. Bye.